Welcome to Becoming Me While Raising You, sponsored by attorney Kelly Walling of Caperton Walling Law. This is the show where we learn about how to juggle our business life with peaceful parenting from moms that are doing just that. I'm your host, Kim Muench, a certified parent coach, the founder of Real Life Parent Guide, and the author of the book, Becoming Me While Raising You, A Mother's Journey to Herself. Every day, I help moms who are striving to optimize their intuition and gain confidence in their parenting. As a mother of 5, I've learned parenting is the greatest opportunity to grow ourselves up. On today's show, I'd like to introduce you to Shadae Randolph, the owner and founder of Dynasty Dance Academy and Bad Babes in Business, located in Flower Mound, Texas. Shadae is on a mission to allow others to live free and authentic through creative expression. Dynasty Dance Academy Studio is a safe space for all dreamers and creators. Shadae is also the mom of a stepdaughter who's 13 and daughters who are 9 and 2. Shadae, welcome to Becoming Me While Raising You.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here.
And I am so excited to hear about your professional journey. Tell us a little bit about how you got to Dynasty Dance Academy.
All right. So the story began when I was a young child. I always knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I was a natural born leader. I'm from a family of 5, so my mom had 5 kids as well. And just being the oldest, I've always taken on that leadership role. So ever since I can remember, I knew I was going to be an entrepreneur. Once I went to college, I went to UNT, and I majored in dance, and I was on their dance team. And I did a year, and it was just too political for me. So I started my own team on campus, and that really empowered me to continue to be the leader that I naturally was. And then from there, I went and started my own after-school programs for Louisville ISD, and that's when I really became a boss. I started managing a team of about 7 to 10 coaches, and we did after-school dance classes in the schools. So we met the parents where they're at, which is something I wish I had when I was younger. If we had that at school, I could have started dancing a lot earlier in my life. So from there, we decided to get a brick and mortar in Flower Mound. Since most of our schools are in that area, it would just be a great place for my girls to come and practice and hang out together, because the biggest reason why they join our program is they get to dance with their friends. So I wanted to have a hub, essentially a safe space for them to come and practice and rehearse and just grow in their own abilities and confidence.
And what ages do you serve? Are kids kindergarten through high school? What?
Yeah, so we started for the after-school programs, it's kindergarten through 5th grade. And that's our bread and butter. And then I've also taught in like recreational centers when I first started my business, and I taught ages to basically to adults.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And what types of, all types of dance, or do you specify, or do you do a specific different kinds?
So we do creative movement, jazz, ballet, hip hop. I love Palm Squad. So kind of like what you see, in the middle of the halftime shows of the football games that we all love. That's my favorite thing to do. But yeah, so we do anything from ballet all the way to adult dance fitness. So we also do adult dance classes, which is also fun.
I was going to say I had so much fun in the class that I participated in. And well, I'd like to think in my mind that I'm an amazing dancer. I do it around my kitchen all the time. But I actually think that dance, one of the other benefits that I see for adults is having to remember a sequence. I think that was really good. That was really hard on my brain that night, but so much fun. So I want to put a plug in for adult dance.
Yay! Yes, I love teaching adults. It's so fun.
Yeah.
To see the women just relax and let go.
It was a great evening. So what lights you up about, this dance studio and helping girls learn to express themselves?
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's a deep question. So the biggest thing is just giving girls a place to be themselves. So my dance studio is very different. We do dance, of course, and we do technique and all of the things that comes with the dance world. But the difference is they're allowed to be free. So there's no strict uniform policy. I ask that you come in as you are, and that's what makes us different. I'm really big on living authentically, because no one can be you And that's what I teach my little girls. And it really shows as they stay within our program. Our programs are about 12 weeks long. And I've had so many moms come and say, gosh, thank you. She wouldn't talk to anybody. She was shy, and now she's confident. She's walking through the halls at her school with her back straight and her head held high. So that's really what lights me up. And then being a mom of daughters, and then, growing up and seeing my mom not being able to shine as bright as she should have, really lights me up to see and pay it forward like my mom did with us, raising us, and pay it forward to the next generation with my own girls and then with the community.
That's just incredibly beautiful. Yeah. I love that. Tell me, though, are there challenges? Let's look at the opposite of this. What are some of the challenges of having your own business and, building this, getting exposure? What are some of the difficulties?
Yeah, so there's always, the other side of it. So I would say the biggest obstacles are the town of Flower Mound has a lot of other dance studios. So just and there's enough business to go around. I really believe that wholeheartedly. So just kind of finding my own pocket in that lane, because I know what I bring to the table, but it's not until you come into our studio that you see the difference. And I think that's the biggest obstacle and hurdle, along with just, having to be away from my own girls at the times that I'm at the studio.
And that's a great segue into the other important role in your life, and that is being a mom. Tell us a little bit about your family.
So being a mom is the most important role to me. My mother taught me that, and it really has, carried over into my own parenting. I love being a mom. I had my first daughter in 2012, and when I had her, something changed in me, and that's when I started my business. That is the year I started DDA. So just being the role of a mom and having to kind of balance everything it can be difficult. I think it's more mentally draining than physically, because I feel like I can do all the physical things, but the mental pull, the push and pull, is really hard.
So what do you do to help yourself, be able to juggle these two really big parts of your life?
What I do is try to get centered and take out all of the thoughts, because we have all of this going on in our head all the time, no matter who you are, if you're a mom or not. So I think just being present, that is the biggest hurdle that I have to face, because I'm such a go-getter and I am so driven. And I've been like this since 9 years old. You can ask my parents. So just being present. And when I find that I'm present, I go to bed at night and I can sleep a lot better when I know that today was the day for the girls and I was there, I was present, I wasn't texting, I wasn't on social media, I wasn't sending emails, I was there. And same when I'm at the dance studio. When I'm with my kids, I need to be present for those kiddos and those adults that take class with me.
That's so important. I mean, being present in whatever you're doing. I once saw a video where it was like, when you're washing dishes, wash the dishes, like be there, do the thing. And it is so crucial to our kids to be able for them to know energetically that we're there with them. Yes. We're available to them. Do you think that is like your greatest parenting tip, or what would you say is one of the most important things that parents can do?
And just real quick before I answer that, kids know. So I was going to say, because I've even tried to fake it like I'm there, like I'm watching the movie with you, but I'm not really watching the movie. So I think when you're going to be present, just do it, like no matter what you're doing. So my greatest parenting tip would be two things: be present and give yourself grace. Don't be so hard on yourself, because that's something that I'm still, that's a big challenge for me, because I'm so driven. I have such high standards that people are just like, you're amazing. What are you doing? So just don't be so hard on yourself. Surround yourself with people that uplift you. And I think that's my biggest parenting tip.
I think that is fantastic. And remaining present is really hard in this day and age. Like you said earlier, there's so much coming at us. And we think there's so much coming at our kids in terms of information and whatnot. But so there is for all of us. And so to be able to quiet that all the noise and to be able to focus. And you are absolutely correct. Our kids, they know more than, and I can remember when my kids were little, thinking that, oh, they're not really hearing what I'm saying if I was talking about a stress or a problem or whatever. They knew exactly what was going on. They could feel it from me. And it's not to say that as adults we can't talk about our stressful things and whatever. It's just being mindful about what we're putting out in front of them and also how we're handling our own stress. So all great tips. I love that. What about, let's talk about moms who may be interested and, coming to a place where they want to make a decision on either building or, starting a business, building a business, switching careers. Maybe they've been home for a while. Give us some good advice on if there's a mom that's about to make a big change in her career life.
All right. So that brings up my other business, Bad Babes in Business. So that is actually what we focus on. So we're helping women that they have the urge to do something, but they may be scared or they may be in a certain predicament in their lives where they feel like they can't do it, which is absolutely false. You can do it. So I would say if you're a mom and you're just like, I'm really tired of working my 8 to 5, I would really like to do something, start a business or a hobby or whatever. I think that the biggest thing that you can do is start now and start where you are. If you wait, I'm telling you, you're going to wake up. It's next month, it's Christmas, it's Valentine's Day, and you're like, why didn't I do that? Or you see a friend that did it and how she propelled. Why didn't I do that? I have the same things that she has. And you do have the same things that she has. So I would say start small and start where you are, because those small things, they just propel you to bigger and bigger and bigger things. And I will tell you, as a mom, my daughter tells me every day she walks in the studio, because she knows where I started, in gyms, rec centers, and I love teaching there too. She goes, wow, mommy, I can't believe you're the boss of this. So I would say also mom guilt is a big one. I would say one of my friends gave me a great tip. She said, when my mom was building her business, I was 2 or 3 and she was torn up about it. And I was like, Mom, I don't even remember when you were gone. But now I see you owning this, business. So I would say start now, start where you are.
And I'm going to add to that, just take the next right step.
Yes.
Right? Just baby steps. Just take it. Just take that next step.
Yes.
So if someone is interested in learning more about Dynasty Dance Academy, Shadae, where can they get in touch with you?
All right, guys. So get your pens and pencils out. You can go to ddatexas.com. That has everything from our little baby classes all the way to our adult fitness classes.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Becoming Me While Raising You. On behalf of Shadae and myself, remember, mothers are the emotional barometers in their families, so taking care of you while you build your legacy is not a luxury, it's a necessity. My passion is to help moms create peaceful homes through happier, healthier relationships with their kids by working on themselves. If you're looking for support for your parenting journey, please reach out to me through my website, reallifeparentguide.com. Until next time, namaste.